Well, good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Harley Day Rider here on a Tuesday morning. I think it is, if I had to guess right, I think September 2nd. Hope everybody had a good Labor Day yesterday on Monday. I made mention that me and the Mrs. HDR, we're going on a little trip there for 2 days. We left Sunday morning, came back yesterday. We got back home about, I don't know, maybe 5 o'clock, something like that. About 5 o'clock on Monday. We left, I wanted to leave at 10 in the morning, but we didn't end up getting on the bike, you know how that goes, till about 10:30, so that wasn't bad. We almost hit our start time. Now, I feel really bad because, and I told Mrs. HDR this, I feel really bad because I didn't take a full face helmet. And I didn't record anything. And I think that basically was because Mrs. HDR asked if we could just go somewhere by ourselves, just the two of us, take a ride on a motorcycle somewhere, spend the night, and then come back the next day, you know, go out, find some interesting places, travel some roads, you know, on and off unbeaten roads. And I just thought that was pretty amazing of her to ask that. So I'm sorry, guys, I didn't take you along. I didn't take any of the YouTube people along, I'm sorry. But first I got a question to pose to you, and then I got some interesting way of we're going to do this to kind of show you around a little bit. Anyway, first off, when we were going up to Erie, we rode mostly Route 19, it was called, which kind of parallels Route Interstate 79. I try to stay off the highway whenever possible, and I know a lot of you guys do the same. But the funny thing about that is, yeah, we were still doing 50, 60 mile an hour going down this 2-lane road like this road here we're on. So, I mean, you know, it's a nice open road. There's not a lot of traffic on it. Everybody rides Interstate 79 now. But my question to you is, I had a half helmet on, and my wife had her 3/4 helmet on. If we would have both wore full face helmets like I have on now, to block that wind directly off our faces a little bit, would we have been any less tired? Or do you think it was just maybe the heat of the day? It was only 80 degrees on Sunday. But we finally got, now we did stop to eat lunch in a place called Meadville. We found a great brewery there called Voodoo Brewery. Very, very nice place. And folks, we had a hamburger. It was called a slider, you know, the little hamburgers. Now, folks, it was a Black Angus beef burger, so it was pretty amazing in itself. And then listen what was on it. American cheese, provolone cheese, peanut butter. Yep, I said that right. Peanut butter was on the bun. And then they top that off with a jalapeno pepper. And you're thinking, what the heck? Oh God, that's so gross. I thought so too. Until we took that first bite and it was like, this is really amazing. We're going to make these things at home. So, but that was pretty good. So would we be less tired though? I mean, I know we ate lunch, so we planned some food on us. And, you know, riding for almost 3 hours on a motorcycle, 2.5 hours, something like that. We were just wore out. When we finally got to the hotel, we both laid on the bed and passed out. I mean, you know, I said, I'm just going to close my eyes for a minute. And I woke up like an hour later and my wife was still snoozing away. So if we had the full face helmets on, would it have made a difference? Would we have been less tired with that wind not blowing directly into our faces? I don't know. All right, let's try to start this off here. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. So I took a lot of pictures with my iPhone when we were out, because I like to tell the story whenever we go away, even if we're not videotaping. So we are going to talk a little bit. Another guy on his bike. So here is the first photo. We're just going to walk through these. I'm going to narrate this. Here's the first photo now. This is of the motorcycle packed up, ready to go in front of the house. We got everything loaded up on her, you know, a couple bags there with a few essential items, you know, and a few changes, or one change of clothes. We was only going one night. All right, so this next photo I'm going to show you. I'm trying to think what I got here in the roll as I'm riding on the road. The next photo I'm going to show you is this one. This is a picture of the Voodoo Brewery in Meadville, Pennsylvania. Right now we're going to show that picture. And a nice little brewery. They had really, really good beer. Whenever I walk in a brewery, I ask for some sort of lager. Lagers are very safe beers. And so I had a lager beer. It was very, very good. Alright. So the next picture I'm going to show you is, let me see here. I'm trying to think what else I took along the way. Okay, if I get my wife to send me this one this afternoon, I'm going to show you this one. This is a picture of the beach area of Lake Erie. We did get off the bike. We got there a little late. So we walked down to the beach, and we were the only stupid ones walking down there with jeans on, you know, with our Harley shirts on, and with our boots on. Everybody else had swimsuits on, you know, but we had them on the bike, but it was just too late once we got there. It was like 3 o'clock, and we weren't going to change and try to get into the water at 3 o'clock. We were hoping to get there earlier. All right, so that's that picture. Moving on, I'm going to show you another quick picture here. Here's a picture of now we got the bike loaded up and it's ready to go home. So it was, like I said, just a one-night trip, you know, 2 days, one night. And sitting there at the hotel, ready to go. It's all packed up. So on the way back home, we pulled off to one rest stop, you know, just a quick break. And I told Mrs. HDR, I said, get on the bike. I said, you can drive me home. I said, it's always good to have a second rider. And here's a picture of Mrs. HDR sitting on the bike. Very, very nice. So let me think. That is really all the pictures I have to tell my story for 2 days. But it was a great trip. We had a lot of fun. Except for, there always has to be an except for, when we were leaving Prescal at Erie. If you look at Prescal, it's where all the beaches are. That's where that beach was, that picture I took. There's another bike right there. So it's another picture, you know, I mean, it's where the beaches are. We were coming out of there, folks, and I'm not lying to you. It took us about an hour, let's say an hour, maybe an hour to an hour and a half to drive 6 miles. Traffic coming out of the park there was bumper to bumper. Bumper to bumper traffic, folks. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. But we made it out. That's when we were leaving the beach and heading out to our hotel. But yeah, my wife was so tired she couldn't even go out to dinner. We planned on going out to a nice dinner on Sunday, I'm sorry. She said, I'm exhausted. So I just went over to the hotel restaurant, and they have a pretty good restaurant and bar. And I bought us some sandwiches there and got a couple bottles of beer, and I brought them back to the room. It was kind of like husband room service, if you will. Alright, folks, I hope you chime in there. Let me know if you think we'd be less tired wearing full face helmets on the highway. We're going to try it next time. You know, because she said she thinks the wind just beat her down. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm tired. I had a good sleep last night. I went to bed at 10:30. Probably fell asleep by 11. And I got up at 20 after 4 this morning. My alarm goes off at 4:30, so I beat the alarm. But I should be very well rested. Alright, folks, have a great day. Remember, ride your own ride. And hope you get your motorcycles out there and get them on the road. I did see Crazy Cool New Yorker commented back, so he's doing good. He's well. He's just been very, very busy. So if you haven't seen any videos coming from Crazy Cool, that is why. He's just been extremely busy, and that happens. Well, plus he said I believe his son started school, so they've been dealing with the school stuff too. So crazy, I know. We all been there, my friend. We've all been there when our kids were small. My kids are adult kids now, so you know, I got one more left in college, and she gets up and finds her own way to school, so I don't have to worry about trying to yell at her to get dressed or take a shower. Those days are over with. Do I miss them? Only slightly, but I like his part of life too. You know, when they're adult children and they're doing their thing. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Harley Day Riders gonna be down and out in southwestern Pennsylvania. We'll see ya. Bye bye for now. Take care.